Welcome to Mental Fitness at Your Desk, a brand new live session series by Nia, designed to help you tackle life challenges with more confidence and calm. My name is Noreen Chaudhary, and I'm a licensed clinical psychologist. We are excited to have you here today. In each session, we'll guide you through exercises rooted in evidence based practices to help you build resilience and maintain mental well being. Now, let's jump right in. How many of you have ever found yourselves overwhelmed by negative thoughts? Maybe you've experienced that inner voice telling you, I am not good enough, or I'm going to mess this up. If you're nodding along, you're definitely not alone. We all encounter these thoughts from time to time, and they can feel really tough to deal with, right? So let's take a closer look. What exactly are these negative thoughts? Simply put, they are those mental messages that bring us down, make us doubt ourselves, or stress about our current situation. They might show up as self doubt, worry, or even harsh criticism. But here's the important thing: negative thoughts are a normal part of our mental landscape. Everyone experiences them. It's just a part of being human. But here's a question for you. What do you usually do when these negative thoughts pop up? I'll pause a little bit and try to think and reflect on this question. Do you try to push them away, pretend they are not there? I'm sure we all try to do that. Let me share a metaphor that might help. Imagine a brightly colored plastic ball floating in a pool. Close your eyes and try to view that image. If you try to push it underwater, what happens? It resists, right? And eventually it springs back up, sometimes with even more force. Can you try to imagine that view? The harder you push, the more it fights to resurface. This is just like our negative thoughts. The more we try to suppress them, the stronger they can become when they inevitably return. So, what if we approach this differently? Now, try to view that instead of pushing that ball down, imagine just letting it float on the water's surface. No force, no resistance, just allowing it to be. In the same way, rather than trying to push away your negative thoughts, you can simply acknowledge them and let them exist without judgment. Now, let's try a quick exercise together. Think of a negative thought you've had recently. Maybe something like, I am not going to do well at that. Now, instead of trying to banish that thought, say to yourself, I am having this thought, and that's okay. Let it float like the ball in the pool in your mind without trying to get rid of it. Do you think you can try it for a few seconds? How does that feel? Often, when we allow these questions and thoughts to exist without resistance, they lose their intensity. They stop dominating our mental space. making room for more balanced and positive thoughts. For example, imagine you're preparing for a big presentation at work. You've put in the effort, but as the day approaches, negative thoughts creep in. I'm going to mess up. I'm not prepared. I'll make blunders. Now, if you try to push them away, you might feel even more stressed. But if you acknowledge them and let them float, you can shift your focus back to your preparation and practice instead of battling with your thoughts. So, as we wrap up, I encourage you to try this technique in your own life. See how it feels to let your thoughts float in the pool of your mind, like the ball metaphor I just gave an example of, instead of pushing them away. And don't forget to join us for our next session on Wednesday at 12:15 p.m., where we'll explore more strategies to support our mental fitness. Thank you for being here today, and we look forward to seeing you next time.